Hello, everyone. Do I have voice on? Hello, everyone. Today we're looking at the Chihuahua. Finally, it is released, and we're going to take a close look at what we have for the release here. I think we have most of the features that we want, and I'm holding one of them, but the one on the ground, I think is getting jealous because I'm holding him. Of course, we don't have that programmed in, but we can all imagine, Not that we couldn't program that in, but I wanted the pet to really be fun, but at the same time, have it be as realistic as possible. So I'm holding one of them, and of course, I can cycle through different animations for the holding, and when you cycle through, it kind of gives you different options for depending on whether you're male or female or anything like that. So you can hold them. There we go, back in his arms. And of course, you can carry him around anywhere in Second Life when you're holding them. And then if you have a spot where you can res them, you can put them back on the ground. So let's unhold him because we are here in my own sim here. My own region. So we have two puppies here. You can have as many as you want, as many as your system can deal with. And let's take a quick look at him. They don't come with clothing. You do have to buy those things separately. We have them available. But the pet will cycle through different animations. It's something around 68 animations total that the puppy has, plus tricks and other things. And I don't think I'm even including holding there. And of course, he has sounds too. And if you click and focus your camera on them, then it will follow them around. I don't know. Let me see. I do have wandering on for this one. So let's go through some of the options. This is our options page. Maybe we can even create another one. Let's why not? Let's create a new one. So these Sam and Tommy are the two pets I have out right now. Let's create a new one. A Chihuahua, of course, is the option we have. What's he doing? Is he just walking around? Okay. So we can name him. Once we click on the Chihuahua, we get a dialog box and we can name him. So let's just call him Spot and submit, and then a new puppy will res. And of course, this puppy, I don't have any clothing on him right now because I just created him. And why don't we put a name tag on him just so we can tell which one is which right now, so we know which one we're controlling. So my camera's on this one, so let's put the camera on the new puppy here. And if you notice, if the puppies are near food bowl and dog bowl, they'll just walk over to it at random times and start eating from them. Okay? If they're not near the bowl, they will not do that, though. Okay? And with the new puppy here that I just created, this is how you're going to see him originally. And we have all these options here for him. Some of these options are nice to have. Delete on leave. So if you leave the sim, he'll just delete himself. If you don't set this option, and let's say there's a bed nearby, if you leave, he'll just go lay in the bed. Or if sometimes if you're gone too long or idle too long, if you see him, he was just tilting his head too. So these are all kinds of different animations that control him. He just licked his lips. Now he's Yeah, growling. But they're all different parts. The ears kind of work separately. Some animations have ear animations, but the ears work separately. They have their own set of animations. The tail does the same thing. The facial expressions has their own set of animations and everything. And, I was on these options. Of course, there's a mute option also. Auto res, if you turn auto res, whenever you log in, if you're in your space or wherever, if you can res something, then it will automatically res the pet next to you. Okay, and then we have wandering and follow options. Okay, so we can keep all of these on. And let's go to our commands. So none of them has gone for a drink yet. So why don't we send this one to drink? So he'll just walk over. And of course there's a sound that plays for that drinking. And then when he's done, he'll usually just walk right back over to us. Sometimes he'll stand there for a little bit. Of course, we can do tricks. So let me leave Spot so I can control a different one. So let me control Sammy right now. So let me go to Sammy. Look at him tilt his head. Isn't that cute? So here's Sammy. And now we're controlling Sammy. So what if we just want Sammy to sit? Sit, boy. You know, so he'll just sit there. He won't wander around. And then you can tell him to stay if he does wander around. And let's say if you go too far, you can click, and he's not coming to you, then you can, click on come too. Of course, if I click sleep and there's a bed anywhere near him, he will go over to the bed and sleep. Okay, so let's wake him up. So now he's awake again. And let's move around a little bit, see what these guys do when I move around. Oh, he's stuck in sitting, so let me stand him up. And then he should walk over here. Well, he's not. Let's tell him to come. There you go. Now we have all of our puppies with us. So you can kind of have as many as your sim will allow you to function. They run very efficiently, though. They're not all. They shouldn't have that much impact on your sim or your region. What else can we look at? I showed you a little bit of the holding, so we can do some tricks. Make him do a flip. I can make him speak. Let me do that again. Oop. Yeah. And he can roll over. And we'll also have some other tricks that I'll release later that you can install into your pet. What else? Fetching. Okay, now the fetching works per animal too. So if I throw a ball, and if I'm controlling Sammy and I throw a ball, so let's see, you have to, with these throwing things, you have to go into first person and then throw. And you'll see Sammy will be the only one who chases after this ball, or Sam. So then he gets the ball and he'll come back. And let's say, let's throw a stick. If you look at the HUD, when I click down, the HUD will show what my strength of my throw is. So there's the stick. He's going to run after the stick. And what other one do we have? The bunny toy, he'll actually stop and wrestle with the toy a little bit. But I want to show you a really cool option that the coder added in. She did all this one. And I can just throw this kitty. So this kitty will res, and then it will run around. Oh, it's not. Oh, there it is. So now he's chasing the kitty. The kitty went and hid. Now look at. So he's finding the kitty. He might get away. Oh, he got him. Look at that. And then the puppy got the kitty. The little toy kitty. It's kind of cool having all these guys walk around with me. So that's kind of how the tricks or the fetching works. And then I kind of showed how you can go and change between which pet that you control. What other options are there? You can res, you can delete one. So let's say you screwed one up or something. You don't like the way it looks. You can just delete it. Or you don't like his name or whatever. And then, of course, we have other options that you can purchase. Let me show you real quickly the website. Oops, that's my website. I had this all set up. I'm sorry, everyone. I had this all set up, but then the recording wouldn't record. I don't know why. I think we're recording now. So there's the new product, $14.99 for the Chihuahua. Of course, he does all kinds of different things, though. And then at the bottom of that page, you'll see other options. So sweater options, collar options. Here's where you can get the bowls, the food bowls, and the bed. And I'll show a little bit of this. So let's look at the sweater option here. One of them is whining a little. So I can change the sweater he's wearing. Now all of these are resed. So you don't want to change their clothing when all of them are res. So let's derez Spot or Sammy. And then we'll go back and Tommy, let's derez Tommy, and let's just choose Spot. And now you kind of have to clothe them individually. Let's put this sweater on him. I kind of like this option. So there's a blue one, a blue like jacket thing, and let's put a different, let's throw a collar on him. Maybe this one? It's kind of a neat little collar. I don't know, maybe this one. There we go. So let's take a quick little look at his collar. There we go. So that is going to be Spot for now. Tommy, what are you doing, resed? What are you doing here, huh? I thought I'd put him away. Let's go back to Tommy and derez him. Okay. So that's a quick look at the clothing, how you might do that. Another thing about the pet is the furniture, the bed. So what's super cool about the way the coder put this together, the coder is Ariu is the coder who coded all of this. I'm super impressed by her too. She put in all these really cool features. Like the bed, the bed and the bowl options, they don't have any code in them. Okay? And you can use anything to allow the pet to interact. So if you have your own bowls, you can just take this line in the description and copy it. This is for beds. But the bowls have the same thing. where you just copy this line, and then you can use these last two dimensions to line the pet up to where they need to be. So this is super cool, like for the bed. If you have a couch in your house or something and you want the puppy to sleep on the couch next to you while you're watching TV or something, then you can set those coordinates. You can just copy this line in the description and put it in your couch, and then change these last two dimensions to line them up so he's sitting right on the couch next to you. So I think that's a quick look at the Chihuahua pet and most of the functions that he does. He's super cool. And let me take and hold him. Oh, it's saying I don't. This is spot. So let me choose spot and then go to commands and then hold. And when you hold, you're going to get this dialogue here. So let me hold him. And now you can go anywhere in Second Life and carry him around and have fun with him. And I think I said this earlier, but the whole point of, my goal in creating this pet and the pet system and everything was to create something as realistic as possible, but at the same time giving you full control over the pet. So that's a quick look. Have a good one, everyone.